espejismo del paraíso, la animada ilusión. Guío mi carro por la villa misma, la corrida hasta el horizonte, coro de noche hasta amanecer, por la vía de la luz y la aguja marca 110. Tengo que coger el horizonte, corro cada vez, yo corro sin parar. Correr a ti es tan fácil, inestimable, inolvidable.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Jerry Show Live. I hope you enjoy as much as I enjoy the new opening. And I'm thinking again, one more time, to Jorge Mujev for this beautiful, beautiful music. Is always provide for the dancers and for us to listening. It's an amazing. Without music live, it will be not the same. So we hope that everybody will continue to give us a great music. We are here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is our 8th episode of our show. We are so delighted, ladies and gentlemen, tonight to moving on again for another great event evening. We have a lot of good guests tonight again. And ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome you. What has been a great dancer. Everybody knows you're a great dancer. Somebody saw him as a show, in competitions, as a teacher. But he also, in the last 15 years, he developed his skill or a dancer leader, a dancer, politicians. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have here with you the chairman or the president of the World Dance Competitor Commissions, Mr. Domen Krapets. Welcome.
Welcome, Jerry. Thank you very much for invitation. And, I'm really looking forward to be part and to talk with you about all the great things that the Competitors Commission is doing. And let's just start.
Thank you, Domen. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to talk about natural turn today or reverse turn, but we move straight away in very important question. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we have a lot of organization on the world, but this is not a simple organization. I always felt it, but I think is the heart of the dancing industry. Without the dancers, without the competitors, the dancing will not exist. Because, of course, you can do social dancing, we can have fun, but competitions, dance sport, without the dancers, it cannot be existing. The dancers give up everything, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to achieve the professional level. They give up family, they give up friends, they give up a lot of the time, youthness, a lot of things, ladies and gentlemen. I've been through that one, and I know Domen has also been through that one. It is for me very, very, as I say, honor and pleasure to ask Domen, because as a chairman now, he's achieved to become a chairman recently of these competitor commissions. Domen, can you want to speak about a little bit the history of the competitor commission, how it's been started, how it's been developed? I know it's very, very old. I have some memory. So please, Domen, go tell our audience home what it's about.
Okay, so first of all, the Competitors Commission is a non-profit organization, independent organization that represents amateur and professional competitors worldwide. So that's actually who we are and what you do. Now, regarding a bit of history, actually the World Competitors Commission was established in 1988. And, some very, very famous dancers used to be chairmen of the Competitors Commission. So if I just tell you a few names, Marcus Hilton was chairman, Luca Baricchi was chairman, Carmen was actually chairman when I just started to be a part of the Competitors Commission. Christopher Hawkins was chairman, Arunas Bizokas, Paul Richardson, and yes, now I was just recently elected to become a chairman. Actually, very interesting fact about the Competitors Commission, because some countries like Japan and England have this competitors commission already for many years. And I just recently, I had a talk with Anthony Hurley, and he told me actually very interesting fact that Walter Laird actually established the competitors commission in England. So I think Walter Laird, if I'm not mistaken, I was studying recently in past few days a bit history of ballroom dancing, because I always believe we can learn so much from history. And I think Wally was the world champion in 1961 for first time. Yeah. So he's been going on, for already many years, and the competitor commission is, as I said, is representing competitors and tries to, help competitors and be their voice, because it's, sometimes it's difficult to state something as an individual person, but when you have an organization and maybe top competitors or people who are elected can speak on your behalf, things become much easier and you don't have so much pressure.
Yes, Domen, I'm sure it's, as you say, it's something going on more than 50 years. Of course,
yes.
Everybody knows that England is like in a normal life, is very famous for unions, is very famous to spread out the word of the minority.
Yes.
In minority domain, my understanding always is called democracy. Democracy doesn't speak about the majority. Democracy brings out the word of the minority.
Yes.
This is what is called democracy, because majority anyway is majority can express themselves the vote. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I understand in the World Dance Competitor Commissions is very forward to express the word of the minority, means to all the dancers around the world. They have their own structures. They're working very hard. They will understand much more on tonight how it's going to happen and what is the future about these commissions. But I want to, Domen, have a little bit nice talking to you, because I saw your commission is very active in the last few months during this COVID-19. I see you've been done a lot of activity. And when
yes.
Domen, I'm not a great football player for sure. That is like it's very obviously, but I like football. And you've done something, I know, among the dancers, something about football or something. Do you want to talk about that, please?
Yes. Actually, we support friendship through dancing and unity. So, obviously now with the COVID situation, the world is struggling. So we thought, let's do something nice. And with help of some friends, we organized a FIFA PlayStation competition among dancers. So unfortunately, we had to close it with 64 dancers played, because we could not, it was too much work to do for more, but we had a lot of people on waiting list, and so many famous dancers from different associations joined. So we had famous names like Tony Dockman was, for example, playing, and Zharkov was playing, and Diego was playing, and so many famous dancers from all associations. So everybody played against each other. And when you play a video game, you actually have to share the contact, you have to send a message to the person, you have to, contact through the phone. So I thought we created a lot of nice friendships. And I also saw some people, some dancers that I haven't seen in the past. So it was actually very pleasant, and it created a lot of positive energy, and I think a lot of friendships. So we were happy actually to do this, and that reaction was so nice. And we are planning to do this once a year.
I mean, it's nice. But please correct me if I'm wrong, because maybe I don't have full information. But I know an Italian boy win the contest, right? Marco Cavallaro.
Yes. Yeah, actually, Marco Cavallaro won the contest. And actually, if you want to see, we are very thankful to DSI TV, because you can go on their YouTube channel and you can see actually all the games. And Chris and Clover gave the prize money and Marco Cavallaro won. He was playing in the final. Actually, two Italians were playing in the final, and he decided to donate his money towards NHS for support of the virus and for the medical profession. So it was, I thought, very nice gesture of him. It was great final. Everybody, all the guys, was very supportive. Everybody was watching, and we did interviews with all the top players. So I thought it was really, really great.
Well, Domen, I'm very, very happy to hear what you say, and I wish you good luck for the next future event, as you say. Anyway, if you want our web TV, it's more than welcome to guest you here or to host you here all your event. We are very delighted. If you want me as a guest, don't ask me to play because I'm not so good on this game.
Same Jerry. I don't play, but I thought it's just a beautiful idea, in this period of time. But I'm also the worst probably player in the world.
Domen, it was nice to hear what you say. Congratulations. But I want to move a little bit more forward, Domen, because
Yes.
I'm sure at home people want to know much more. They're a little bit much more concerned about the futures. We heard a lot of people, any kind of organizations on these last couple of weeks or last months, talking about unity, united. That's the word, united. It's a
Yes.
big word, Domen. I was lucky in my life, Domen, maybe I'm a little bit old, but I'm lucky in my life to saw the world of dancing divided. And I went to see the world of dancing united and again divided. So, we spoke many times, and I'm not the only one. There are a lot of people around the world try to spread the words of united. There is a different movement in the world. They try to open up the border. There should be not a block border. I must say, Domen, is getting much better. The receptions of people is much more better. So I want to know, from the point of view of your competitor commissions, what is the feeling about this movement? What is the feel about United, Domen?
Well, Jerry, as a competitors, what you actually want to have. You want to have a great competition. You want to have a good music. You want to have a fair judgment. You want to have prize money. And this is actually all that competitor wish for. So, we very much support friendship through dancing, unity. We very much hope that all the organizations can find a way to collaborate with each other, and that everybody is actually free to dance and choose and go to the event that he desires to dance. And I think this is very, very important, and definitely the World Competitors Commission, we support unity, and we also try to reach out to everybody and speak with people to have a better world and actually better future for all the competitors in the future. And I think after this COVID situation, everybody suffers, and I really, really hope that after this, the world, when we come back, it will work on friendship, on unity, on collaboration, find dialogues and start to create collaborations.
Well, Domen, we all wishes, because it's very important for all of us to be united. Difficult situation, as you say.
Yes.
Economy is not so easy for most of the people.
No.
Just to dance, for schools, for teachers, for trainers, for organizers. So all the world have a little bit struggling at the moment. But Domen, I know it's difficult. My next question I want to ask you is
Yes.
quite difficult, but in a way, I think it's the question that everybody home asking themselves. And I know you can only give your opinion. Nobody knows what is the future, because none of us can predict the future. But I'm sure you are part of this great board. And with you have a lot of great name, like I know De Filippo is with you, and Iannacone, and there is a lot of, many more others. I apologize if I not list all of them.
Yes.
They are actually been very, and also I know you covering all the level, not just the top level. You try to cover it and bring the world.
Yes, yes, yes.
So the question I want to ask you, Domin, I'm sure you think about it. I'm pretty much sure, but is your commission, your board, you've been thinking about how you think the future of the dancing world will be going? In a sense, Domin, the question is a little bit tricky because it's difficult to answer, but do you think, as we say, we all hope about United, but I'm sure there is something more behind it. And I'm sure you have a little bit more thought about it. And from you at the top of today of the competitors, you can tell us to the people at home much more.
Well, what I can say to you actually about this a little bit more, in 2000, I think 10, was established a movement called Freedom to Dance. You know, it's just the sentence freedom tells you everything, where everybody can go and dance whatever they wish and want. And yeah, the whole idea is, and we hope that, like I said, that everybody can go dance whatever he wishes, and we're finding unity. And you know, in our, like you mentioned, the competitors commission, we have all the layers of competitors. We have a top finalists, we have not so good competitors in sense of results, so they listen to everybody. We have you know, guys, we have girls. So we try to listen to all the competitors and see what do they wish, and we try to find a dialogue and speak. And I'm sure that there is a unity and a collaboration in the future.
But I know, Domen, I also know you talk about freedom. It's very important, 2010. But I also know you in 2005, you was one of the guys that decided to go for a freedom already at the time, and you did participating and win what they used to call at the time the IDU championship in China. So
yes.
The question I want to ask you, Dom, in 2005 is much more early. So you know this message of United and freedom is been going on for 15 years.
Yes.
But now you think is the moment to move on, right?
Yeah, I think especially after what is happening at the moment, you know, everybody's suffering this situation, the organizers, the dancers, the dancing studios, everybody involved in the dancing community. So, you know, I really hope we can all just find a way to collaborate with each other and create a better world and beautiful dancing world for the future. That's my wish, but we will see.
Thank you, Domen. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to show you a nice, beautiful video of the competitor commissions. Video, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so delighted that in Jerry Show Live, we always bring you the best of the best. And you only know what is really behind the scenes in the dancing world. And you saw these amazing dancers. You saw Massimo Arcolin, and I want to say hello to him. A lot of the dancers, Domi was also there, give a show. And we will talk about a little bit about the show later. This show is not to promoting themselves, ladies and gentlemen. And why we did it is not to promote themselves, it's to make you understand the aim of this competitor commission is something much more. These younger dancers, professional people, they are sitting there, they try to give their life because they really believe on the future of our industry. So they give time, they try to give something back. So we need to appreciate it. Domen, I want to ask you one more thing. I know the competitor commissions is working spread out the world, and if any dancers want to give you like some thought or some problem they have in their national country or some national organization or federations or internationally, they can always contact you or your management committee. So, Domen, do you want to tell us what happened over these years, what your competitor commission was being able to achieve in the terms of rights, in the term of new idea you brought out? So please tell us a bit more about it.
Well, just to tell you, let's say few things, a few years ago, there was the World Championships, and we thought that the break between one round and another round was not long enough. So we thought that the organizers were sometimes trying to squeeze the competition, that it would run too fast, and we didn't have enough time to have breaks. So, we ask associations to please put a break of minimum 20 minutes. So we were allowed to speak on the WDC AGM, and we, as a competitors commission, proposed this rule, and the rule was accepted by all the members. So basically 20 minutes of break that we have now is something that the competitors commission proposed. Or maybe another thing, the top competitors are often contacted by people who try to get working visas or green cards, because, as you know, world is very globalized. You find a dancing partner in America, for example, you want to move there, but you need to have some kind of documentations. And then what we, for example, find out that every time when we do the World Championships or European Championships, we always receive a medal and we always receive a trophy, but we did not receive a certificate, a document. And something like this, when you are applying for a work permit or when you're moving to a different country, is something extremely, extremely important, because maybe, because of this document, you can receive proper papers and be able to start to dance and work in that country. So again, we were lucky and to be able to propose the rule. We proposed the rule. The rule was accepted. Everybody supported. And again, now the organizers, when they do the World or European Championship, they need to provide finalists with certificate. So many things we discussed. For example, Viennese Waltz, our federation, should we open the Viennese Waltz or add more figures, or keep it the way it is? And we had a lot of communication with pioneers of dancing and past champions, and they all thought that Viennese Waltz is actually a unique dance because it doesn't have so many figures, and it really doesn't have a sense to take a figure from a different dance and then put them into the Viennese Waltz. But who knows, maybe the generation of competitors in the future want to change and want to add more, and maybe it might change. But at the moment, this was also something that we supported. Then, sometimes it's discussed a tempo of music that it should be played. And again, we try to communicate with all the competitors. Sometimes, we would wish to have better music played in the competitions. So, we propose and we suggest maybe what kind of songs are authentic or good, or how the organizers with the music could help us to express our dancing better. So generally, we do things that are, in our opinion, good for dancers, and we try to help. So if anybody wishes to express something or is struggling with something, they can always contact us, and we will try to reply as soon as possible. And as you said, in our management committee, we have many 17 competitors, men, lady, and different levels. And sooner or later, for sure, we will reply and try to find a way how to help. But also, everybody needs to understand we are doing this for free, and we just try to support everybody. So please give us just some time, but for sure we will reply.
Thank you, Domen. Thank you very much for your great explanation. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they try the best they can. They do everything. For sure, they're not manager, they're dancers. And then they try to managing the dancing world, the dance industry as for us is very important. But Domen, I want to talk to you about another point because it's really concerned to my mind. I know people home, all of us reading, today social media are very, very openly. There are a lot of things going on social media, people listening, people heard about it. In everything is beautiful, sometimes there are something is not so, I call it myself beautiful. It is my wording. I was witness about the competitive commission from an independent body to become joined under the umbrella of WDC. Many years ago, I was talking about 8, 9 years ago, something like this. I was witness at the time, and I know at the time there was Christopher Hawkins also involved at the time as a chairman. And then the competitor fully supporting also the idea of WDC. But recently, we heard under the leadership of Aruna Sbizoka that I want to say hello. Thank you to be with us in our online contest so far. And now is leading another organizations. I wish him the best of luck. But coming back to us, Domen, I know the competitive commissions recently, like in the last few years, have some dispute with the management committee of the WDC, with the president himself, for the view and for the visions of the future of the dancing. I don't want to ask you about what you think about that personally, because it's not right to ask you. But I want to, if you can, and if you like it, to tell our audience a little bit more the background, what happens on that situation. I'm sure it's something not pleasant, but I'm sure people will like to know.
Well, like I said before, I strongly support friendship through dancing. So that's kind of something, I would really wish that we achieve in the future. And we are all, WDC licensed couple. We dance WDC competitions. But on the other side, our commission still felt that we have independent voice and we can express our concern. Now, obviously, sometimes maybe people disagree on certain things, and I think this is completely normal, disagreements, and sometimes, obviously, we also agree. So, we said certain things that they disagreed, and we couldn't find a common ground on this. And then we received after a while a letter from a lawyer, and it was kind of disappointing from our point of view, because we thought if we could just meet and discuss and sit down and speak about things, that would be a much better way. And then obviously we also try to protect ourselves, and also had got lawyers. So it was then how it is with lawyers, letter here, letter there, just writing these letters. But luckily all is finished now, and all this is just behind us. But we really wish, we hope for unity and collaboration. And as I said, on the management committee, all the couples most of the couples are WDC licensed couples.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to make yourself an opinions about it. You heard Domen, you heard the competitor commission's voice. Domen expresses on behalf of them. Is anybody in the other side of WDC want to reply? This beautiful room is open for you. My theatre, as I call my theatre, is always open to welcome everybody to reply. No doubt we have freedoms, we like to speak, we like to confrontate it, and we like to move on and to understand the truth for the people home. So everybody home, make your own opinion. Domen, I want to come to the ending, and I want to completely change the subject. You saw
Yes.
it. I mean, we show you a beautiful video. You show some of this great show that from the couple I mentioned you before, but there are also, ladies and gentlemen, so much these competitors and these commissions being done, and it's something is very touching my heart, because everything is for charity. It's always touching my heart, and it's something special, ladies and gentlemen, because as Domen say, the teachers, the dancers, they win some money prize for the football games. They give back and donate it. And I know the competitor commission is very, very active, ladies and gentlemen, on creating fundraising and do around the world charity things and dancing for charity, collecting money for the industry. And I want you, Domen, to please talk about this, is because I think at home everybody want to know what you've been doing.
Well, when we speak about fundraiser, what actually we do, we donate our shows. So basically, we dance our show for free. And, you have a top competitors, dancers who won Blackpool World Championship finalists are giving their dance for free. So we are very thankful to all the couples who participated in these fundraisers. We have an annual fundraiser in Blackpool every year, and we collect money from tickets, and then this money that we collect, obviously we have to pay some expenses for the room, but money that is left goes towards younger competitors, and we donate it back in Blackpool for under 21 couples, because we believe that under 21 category, is category that struggle the most with money, and we're happy to give back. We organized also fundraiser in Japan when there was earthquake in Japan, and a lot of dancing studios and dancers in certain areas of Japan were very affected. So we did a fundraiser in a Toho dancing studio, beautiful studio, very, very old, like a dancing hall, really, really spectacular. It was completely packed, and all the money again that we raised went donated towards Japanese people who were affected, and studios and dancers. We also did a fundraiser in Hong Kong in a Starlight dancing studio. We were very thankful for them to help us with this. People were very supportive, and again, we got donations and we gave back the donations. So money, like I said, the Competitors Commission is a non-profit organization. We have some money in the account to help us if we need for organizing something. And when we stop dancing, we go out of the commission, and this stays with the others. And we always donate and give back. And as I said, top dancers are donating, they're doing for free their shows.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very noble, listen what Domen just say, giving back is my must. Giving back is what makes you to go forward. So that's why we are so lucky the dancing industry continue forward, because there are people like Domen and all his management committee, they take very, very much forward. Domen, we come to the ending. It was a very, very big pleasure. I want my studio, one more time, spotlight on Domen, please, because I want Domen, again, my personal thank you. If you want to say hello to our audience, this room is always open for you and for your committee.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And, I hope we all go through this COVID period easy, and then we can all see each other very soon on the dance floor.
Thank you one more time, Domen. And I don't want to take you much more of your time. I know you are very busy tonight. You have special occasions. Thank you to give us a little bit time and talk with our audience. And I'm sure, ladies and gentlemen, what is being talked tonight is going slowly through everybody ears and everybody mind. And I'm sure people around the world takes times, but they will understand in our word. And then united was the word that we want to give you tonight. United is very important. As the Domen say, friendship through the dance. I guess we're all friends. Of course, we are competitors. Of course, we are in business, but we have one unique passion, the dancing and the music. As I said from the beginning, music what connecting us. Video, please, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again. And I wait all of you Sunday, 7th of June at 2030 European time. Everybody must become to www.championstour.dance to see our first duo competition. Team, boys and boys, girls and girls, boys and girls. Enter, we wait for you for our free competitions online. It was an amazing moment we have, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on with another great interview. It's something more special, ladies and gentlemen. And I want you to please understanding is completely changing. We're moving from the world champion down to a young boy. He dancing with heart. He dances with soul. He's only 17 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, have a look, the video, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Jay Sarjan and I'm 17 years old and I've been dancing for 3 years and I've been dancing standard and I'm now on college and I currently studying on F. Bustamante National High School and I've been representing their school for 3 years.
Jaizar John Gozon from the Philippines, Davao, a city south of the Philippines. He's our winner of the Champions Tour battle, ladies and gentlemen. Do you remember last week? He was very well received. He got a lot of comment, a lot of score from all of you, the audience for Champions Tour. And we thought it was an amazing. Of course, as you know, Philippines is a different time. We are on live. So as you see, we cannot be able to interview right now. So we decided to get with him. We fly virtually all the way to Davao. I was lucky to be there, beautiful city, to talk to John. And the first question is for you, John. How long you dancing?
Yeah, I've been dancing for 3 years now and I started dancing when I was in my high school. I got invited by my friend who also happens to be my classmate and at first I'm not really into dancing because I don't have any background. Before I started dancing, I did a lot of sports. So for me, I don't really find dancing interesting and until I saw a competition, I saw a lot of competitive dancers and that's when I got inspired. So I said to myself that I want to become like them. I want to dance like them someday. So afterwards, when I got back into our practice area, I continued to work hard until I get into this competitive level.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, we come back from John. He told you about how he started dancing. He was not so sure. It's a nice boy, young boy. But there's the next question we ask him. And how much is practice? How is practice, ladies and gentlemen? Have a listen to this question, to the answer.
Well, every week we have scheduled like four times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Every weekdays we practice in evening after school. So we practice like at least 2 hours every evening on MWF. So and when it comes to Saturday, we practice like 8 hours.
He's a ballroom dancer. And what is your favorite dance, John?
As of the moment, my favorite dance is tango.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. It's the tango. And John Jaiza, where are you competing normally? Where is your place where you're going to compete?
I've already competed in a lot of places like here in Davao. I already competed in a lot of places here in Davao and also in Cebu and Manila. But the biggest competition that we are really preparing is in Manila.
So as you see, ladies and gentlemen, Jaiza been traveling so far to Manila, but we will know more about it. There is one more question that I asked to John Jaiza before it was, what is your dream of your future life?
Yeah, my biggest dream is I want to become a doctor.
You see, he just not a club dancers, he also want to become a doctor. We wish him the best of luck. But we are sure he has some more dreams because he's a really good dancer, ladies and gentlemen. He's a very talented dancer. Let's see what is the dream of Jaiza.
As of now, I'm just aiming on to become better than my previous dancing. That's all I'm aiming about. But if uh, if there's an opportunity, if I can be one of the top couple here in Philippines, then why not?
So you see, ladies and gentlemen, Jaiza also traveling virtually together with us in Champions Tour all the way to the Australia. And I want to say thank you to Matthew and Carla to hosting the Australian online. It was amazing. Thank you so much. We want to know how much time, Jaiza, you spend to be preparing your video for the Australian online.
Bit different. It's not really that bad, but just different because it's my first time doing it, and we took a lot of preparation, such as moving the things I had to get more space and thinking about the music and etc. That's all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we received, or Jaiza received, a lot of good comments from the judges. High score, very high score, ladies and gentlemen. And from our audience home, unbelievable higher percentage. But there was one criticism come from our top judges that given a mark to him. It was about his emotional. You need to express much more emotional. So I asked him, what do you think about our judges say about your emotional? And listen what he says.
Yes, actually, it's not the first time that I heard that comment about my emotion because my coaches often nag me about it. So now I am really working about it. I am trying when I'm dancing. I trying to um, hide my shy away so I can really express when I dance. So I'm really working on it.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, what happened with him. He told you about his emotional side. And actually, you see, he was smiling a lot when we interview at the end. So he became much more confident. So we wish him good luck. But there is another question that is concerning to us. I've been in the Philippines myself for several times in my career as a dancer, as a teacher, and as a judge. And I know there was some great events made by one beautiful lady that she made these beautiful competitions, and I want to give her my very good heart. I know she's not very well at the moment, so I wish her the best of luck in the Philippines. But you know, the concern is about there's a lot of great dancers like Jaiza in the Philippines. So the question I ask him, what the dancers in the Philippines needs.
As you can see, because we're just working hard to become on the top, but there there's limiting us because because financial capability that's holding us. So it would be nice if there's like some support or some people to help like that.
As you see, ladies and gentlemen, very, very hard. And of course, there is a lot of difficulty in this country. As you see from the video, the practice place is like like an open air. They working not in a wooden floor for sure. They have conditions not so the best one. So for that reasons, I, together with my company, decided to sponsor you, Joe Cesar, with one pair of the United Color of Jerry Club shoes. So we are very happy to do that for you. And of course, our One World Academy is more than welcome to you anytime you wanted to be learning from our educational online system. So, Jaiza, you are more than welcome. You deserve it. But there is one more plus, Jaiza, that I was talking offline when on the break with Domen, the president of the competitor commission we had before, and they say they are looking for you. I have to give the phone numbers to them. They want to contact you. They are ready to offer you some bonus. So Jaiza, the Champions Tour community is so happy to give you as much as we can. And ladies and gentlemen, remember, life is about giving. And it's not just to say we have to do some actions to giving. And I do believe 100%. So there is one more question I asked Jaiza, ladies and gentlemen. What is, think about, and it took a little bit while. You will see that the interview, it took a little bit while to make me to express about this point. What about, you think, a young boy like him, 17, in the Philippines, what about online competitions, online contests? Ever listen to what he say?
I think it's good. At least in the situation like this, at least all the dancers in the dancing community are still connected despite of this pandemic situation.
So, but do you think, let's say, in the future, the new generation, like your generation or the youngest one, they will like the online competitions? They will continue. They will like this, or how you see that from your perspective point of view? We want to know.
Probably yes. A lot of people will like it in the future.
Here we come, ladies and gentlemen. Jaiza John Gozon from Davao, Philippines, the winner of the Champions Tour Battle Under 21 and the winner of the Australian Online together with the American guy, Eric. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure to interview these younger dancers. We wish him the best of luck. We wish him all his possible success. As we come here to the ending today, I want to ask Regia, posso avere la fotografia? Grazie. I want to show you, ladies and gentlemen, this beautiful poster for you. Here we are. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, what you see, we have Dancing with the Stars around the world. Regia, come back to me. Tornate a me, grazie. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We have next week, we have Sara Di Vaira, Ballando sotto le stelle, campionessa. Dance with the Stars Italy, campionessa. We have Karina Smirnov from United States, also Dance with the Stars. Valeria Semenova dalla Russia, second place, Dance with the Stars. So we're going to have an interesting week next time. Great show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure to me. And I want to again, one more time, give you my warm good night. We see you here next Wednesday. We come back Wednesday. Today was a special day. We come on Thursday. But next week, we come back on Wednesday at 9 o'clock p.m., 21 European time. We all come back here with three beautiful ladies, top of the Dance with the Stars. We wait you again. Good night.
Mañana sí, puedes marcharte sin pensar en mí, para borrarte de una vez de tu vida, sin un adiós, sin despedida. Mañana sí, cuando desperte y ya no estés aquí, voy a saber que repetí para siempre, pero regálame esta noche